Great. Let us see what is this chapter is all about. Work on the right things. First of all, ask yourself, are you working on the right thing? You will always be reluctant if you don't love what you do. And pursuing a task without putting your heart and soul into it isn't going to make you feel good. Even your body will start telling you it's time to change your job. If you are feeling lethargic, exhausted, sick, or burnt out, it's probably because you don't find any meaning in what you do. It's never easy to be motivated by things that hold no meaning to you. If your work is repetitive, boring, uninspiring, or meaningless, it's going to be very hard for you to feel happy about your life. Remember that no job is more important than living a fulfilled life. Although there may be times when doing what you love is hard, it will still bring you more satisfaction than any easy, boring 9 to 5 occupation. It's important to follow your passions because by doing so, you will find yourself working with immense enthusiasm and contentment. It's no use becoming an accountant, for example, if your passion is to paint. At some point in the future, you will eventually feel disillusioned and unfulfilled by doing the job which you don't like. Another important topic is work is happiness. You will probably spend most of your life during doing some kind of work, whatever it may be. If you don't choose what you want, somebody else will choose it for you, and you may not like it. If your parents coax you into studying law when you would prefer to be a gardener, your future career will always feel like a burden to you. But if you choose a career that aligns with your inner passions, you will be blissful. Your job is the pathway to the happiness. You can't be happy if you don't like your job. You can never be motivated to work if you don't like your job. On the other hand, if you love your job, you will feel never lazy about doing it. You will even forget the concept of laziness entirely. I have one piece of advice for you. If you don't love what you do, start finding a way to change this as soon as possible. Look for something that ignites your passion and align with your goals. Listen to your inner self. It will guide you very nicely. Don't run away from the hard things. Doing what you love does not mean running away from the complex aspects of your job. Neither does it mean you give anything less than 100% or that you became complacent. Usually, whenever we start doing something new, we are highly motivated and begin in an earnest. Once that initial motivation wears off, really reality sets in and the challenges begin to surface. This is where the problems can arise, with every task seeming more challenging. And it's at this point we start disliking our job. Even if it is our passion, we may be faced with the hurdles, challenges we need to overcome. Needless to say, following your passion does not guarantee that you will always be happy. When Vincent van Gogh was 27, he dedicated himself entirely to painting. He used to work with extreme intensity. Painting was his whole life, and he was highly productive. He used to paint at lightning speed, but despite his hard work and genius, he struggled financially because his paintings would not sell. He was a man ahead of his time. His younger brother, Theo van Gogh, had to support him financially. Later in life, Vincent's mental health deteriorated, and on July 27th, 1890, he shot himself in the chest with a pistol while painting alone in a field. He died 2 days later. Van Gogh's tragic end is a poignant reminder that passion alone does not guarantee happiness or success. We must also be prepared to confront and overcome challenges in the pursuit of our dreams. Ultimately, we need to cultivate courage and perseverance and understand that overcoming obstacles is often part of journey toward fulfillment and self-realization. Learn to prioritize. You can't do everything. Just like everyone else, you have limited energy and should spend it as the best as possible. If you spread yourself too thin, you risk exhaustion and achieve nothing. You are more likely to give up at that point, seeing like little reward for all of your efforts. It's much more productive to focus your energy on selected tasks. In this case, less is definitely more. And here is a beautiful story. Attract, don't chase. Another useful lesson in this life is not to chase after everything. Instead, work on making yourself better so that you attract whatever it is you seek. By focusing on yourself, everything will fall into place. Remember, you are great. You may have told yourself that you are not good enough to achieve your dreams. The kind of negative self talk is a habit that can be broken. Instead of being your own worst enemy, start giving yourself a pep talk. You can do whatever you want once you put your mind into it. Rather than down talking yourself, tell yourself how good you are at specific things and raise your self confidence. One of the main reasons why people remain lazy is that they believe they are not good enough. Start telling yourself you are great and believe it. So, here is the task: write down all the great things that you have in yourself, all the great qualities you can possess, and have a small pep talk of 1 or 2 minutes. I am so great on this, so and so. Like, I am so great in maths, I am so great in designing, I am so great in coding. Like that, you can create a 5 to 10 statements and read it every day. See you in another chapter. Until then, stay connected, keep motivated.